Well guys, Corey here from Penny's Hot Rods and Customs. I don't think Mother Nature knows what it wants to do. One day it's kinda okay, the other 4 or 5 days, past days it's been snowing. Even brought out the old El Camino, and to prove we've had crappy weather, icicles. Yes people, icicles. So anyway, what I'm thinking is today, what we're gonna do, or in this video, dun dun dun. And no, it's not clean up my garage, but I need to do it. We're gonna build an exhaust system. I just cracked open up my exhaust pipes and U-bends and all that good stuff. It's all 2.5 inch, so why not? And some sort of flow masters. I'm not sure where they are, but we'll look at those in a little bit and see what's all going on involved in there. You guessed it, exhaust cutouts. My flanges for the collectors. And the only thing I just realized when I was kind of looking at everything, I don't have any bracketry to hold it up. I'm looking around the shelf there. Usually I keep a couple in stock here, or Boog does, but if not, I'll run over at lunch there and grab a couple things to hold it up. But yeah, so I guess I'll figure out what's what. I think this is just the way to go nowadays to do an exhaust system. So make it the way you want, kind of, you know, tuck it in as best we can. So we'll figure it out. So yeah, not bad. I'm looking forward to the cutouts. So just hang tight there, guys, and I'm just going to figure some stuff out here quickly, and then I'll show you what I come up with. That's the plan. Oy. Poor El Camino. Alrighty. Okay, guys, if it wasn't like 10:30 in the morning, I'd probably go for a drink right now. I'm not kidding. Actually, not really, but anyway. I'll show you what I've come up with so far. Everything's kind of loosely tacked. Oh, sorry for the camera there. Pipe there. Unscrew the fun zone right there. And we keep falling. And I slide my little schnoobik right there. Kind of jaunts there. And then it gets welded to the pipe. Here to the muffler. And then I got a bracket. And then a little turn down there. So I think that's the way it's gonna work. It should work anyway. So, oh boy, that's the hard part. Getting up and down. So yeah. So in theory it should work, so I'm going to put a couple more tacks in it, and then we'll pull it out and I'll weld it up, and then I'll weld up the mufflers, and then I'm going to have to get some brackets. But yeah, doesn't look like I'm going to need these. So Derek, I'll message him right away, because I think he's going to build pipes for the Studebaker, so that way he might not need them, so I'll save him some monies. So yeah, so we're getting there. So yeah, it actually worked out not bad. So I was actually debating, he kind of mocked it up, and it worked actually way nicer, the bends and everything, without those cutouts, and I was waffling like, screw it, just don't bother having cutouts and just drop the exhaust if I wanted, but nah, we made it work. But I didn't, you know, it actually fit way nicer with the bends, the way I wanted it around the tranny mount and all that stuff, but oh well, it is what it is. So we'll pull it out, or I'll pull it out, and we'll get the welding. Then I gotta get some muffler clamps for the back. So yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so this is what I came up with. It's all welded up. It's not the prettiest looking thing, but it's exhaust. So there's not gonna be much of an exhaust in this thing, believe it or not. Obviously the header, boom, 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 fun part there. And that goes there, a little turn there. That goes. Hard part's bending down to this guy that's going to go to the muffler, so that might have to be cut still. That's why I welded everything. Might have to be cut up on a bit of an angle. So oh frick, a lot of welding. Like I said, the collector or the cutout by all means wasn't the exact fit. They shipped me the wrong ones. Shocking. So it is what it is. So I made it work, a little bit more welding and whatnot. But yeah, so gonna have plenty of leftover parts. So I think this is almost cooled down. I'll bolt it up underneath, and then we'll go to this phase 2 of this passenger side exhaust. You know, honestly, actually I don't mind doing this. It's kind of fun. It's just one of those days you just honestly don't feel like doing bloody all, but it is what it is. So alrighty, let's go mount this up. Okay, so I bolted it up. It's pretty much the way it's gonna be. You don't really see it when you're walking by and whatnot. And like I said, I tucked it up underneath over there, and there's the muffler there. So I'm gonna put a tack in the muffler, and then I'll take this all down and weld it up, and then I'll put a bracket underneath for that clamp to hold up the exhaust, and that'll be about it. So yeah, not too bad. Like I said, oh, it hurts getting up and down. Oh. You don't really, I guess you probably will see it a little bit, but I kind of wanted it so you didn't really see it, so I think I kind of got my goal there. So I guess I'll pull it out, or I'll mark it where it's got to be, and then weld it. Actually, fun fact, it's not fun working alone. You need a marker, you grab it, take the lid off, and you get a mouthful of friggin' metal. It wasn't fun. So I guess I'll take that off, weld it up, and then probably go for a break and get a bracket, and then we'll tackle the other side and fire it up and see how quiet it is. Kind of interesting. Like I said, the exhaust isn't, by no means, I'm not a professional, but DIY or DIY or whatever the hell it's called. But yeah. Like I said, I just ordered all this stuff on Amazon. It was actually pretty cheap, so it wasn't bad. A lot of the stuff, actually, I'm just going to ramble here for a minute because I don't feel like going back on my... Actually, I got to go back on my knees to show you something here. Buying header collectors. These things are not cheap anymore. I was surprised. A buddy of mine gave me the best price he could, but I was like, holy crap, that stuff's not cheap anymore. So, like I said, the header cutouts weren't cheap. Like, nothing's cheap anymore. So, still cheaper than going to a shop anyway. So, alrighty, enough rambling. I'll go mark that and tack it, and then bring it on and weld it up again. And then that side will be done. Okay, so I mounted my collector. I'm going to be cutting it down. I just haven't determined how much I'm going to cut down. I've already cut one of the U-bends down. I'm kind of just, honestly, I'm going to be, it's going to be just trying to get it kind of where I got to go with the other one. So like I said, this will probably have to be cut down a little bit more. You just want to take your time, go back and forth wherever my parts marker is. I kind of made a mark where I'm going to cut that. And then same thing with here. I think I want to get up a little higher there, so we could probably cut right like that. And then actually this one might go this way, cutter like that on an angle. That way it kind of kicks it up a little bit. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll first make a cut here and then go from there, but I'll go with that line like that. And all I ever do is just put tape around it. That way you get a good straight edge and a reference to go by. Working with the garage open today. It's cold outside. I shut the in-floor heating off. Didn't want to get a fire going today, so we'll go put tape on that, cut that, and we'll get her going. Oh, man, I'm out of shape. Oh. And voila, the driver's side's done. It had a little different kick out here, but that's okay, because I made a different little kick out there, so it's not exactly the same or even close, but they clear everything and everything is good to go. So this is what I got for brackets. We're not using that one. Ryan got me this one. They can go back. That looks like it's just ready to fall apart. These are the ones I use. So he's gonna go grab me one tonight. So we'll grab that. Okay, you just stay right there. Actually, I'll put that back because I'll look for it tomorrow. So, and I think I'm gonna call it a day for this. I'm done welding. That's enough welding for one day. So I'm gonna take it easy for the evening. Maybe take Bailey for a walk. So anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll fire this thing up and see how quiet it is. Oh yeah, I gotta put gaskets in, so I do believe that came in the kit. So yeah, not bad. I knew for a fact I wasn't gonna need these long pieces, but like I said, we'll use them for something else. Either Derek, if he needs for the Studebaker, or the Pontiac when I do the exhaust. So yeah. And I'm thinking after this video, when I do this, might take a little bit of a break for this a little bit. I'll tinker on it or whatever and give you guys updates, but we're going to get back on the white Pontiac. Just waiting for weather. Actually, like last or the week before, I was all gung-ho. I was going to actually start bringing it up here and working on it, but then last week or this week, it's just snow and crap, so I'm not, nah, that's not going to happen. So that's what I'm thinking after this video. Like I said, I'll give you updates and this and that, and we'll go for a boot or whatever. There's a bunch of like little piddly tinkering, well, actually a lot of little tinkering that I've got to do on this thing, so won't bother showing you or talking about it, but like I said, we'll get back on. Oh, that guy. I do have coil springs and shocks and all that stuff for the back there, so we'll get back to working on that soon. So like I say, just waiting for it to warm up. So anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, Homeless Corey here, back at Penny's Hot Rods and Customs. The next day, man, all my clothes are like slowly falling apart. So anyway, I'm gonna have to start buying some new work clothes. Okay, so I got the rest of my clamps and my brackets and all that good stuff. So that guy, if I recall, is all done welding. So I'll slide it underneath and then find some header collector gaskets and we'll bolt this crap up. I'm probably going to weld the, actually I'll probably drill some holes and I'll bolt those to the floor. We'll see. I haven't determined that part yet. Huh, there's a little rabbit hanging around here. Just seen him running by there again. I'm betting. Aha, see, he's right there. I gotta clean this crap up. But yeah, he's after something around here. Beat it. Alrighty. Oh, somewhere around there. Alrighty. Let's go to hook this exhaust up and maybe we'll fire it up and scare the little rabbit. Okay guys, let's see. The exhaust is all in. Can't remember if I showed you guys, but yeah, it's all in. My cutouts are all capped off. Actually really happy with how it tucked in, so it's not bad at all. I will do some, like I said, little turnouts when I get some more pipe, but I think I'm going to do Boog and Casey are on their way over. And we've actually picked up a timing gun, because when we tried timing it the other week, this one was actually fairly new. It worked on Derek's Mustang, and it crapped out, quit working, so that sucks. So bought a new one. It's actually Prince's Auto. It was actually a Bosch, so $50, so we'll see how well it works. It's just I can't do it by myself, so Boog's on his way here, so we'll time this turd and see what we got going on here. So stay tuned. Back in a minute.
I don't know how well you're hearing me, but we're setting the timing. We got it set right at 40 right now. The idle's what, 1200?
Yeah, you can probably bump it down a bit.
Just maybe a little bit more. But you guys, before I get in here, it's even right at 40 right now. So it's... yeah. It is a lock distributor, so we don't worry about advance or nothing. Wait your welding, so...
maybe try bumping it down just a scope. Just try anyway.
I think your spring you might have to redo, so I'm not getting enough tension down on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it might need a stronger spring.
Yeah, it's not coming down.
No. Well, I can do it afterwards.
There you go. It's coming down.
There you go.
A little higher?
A little higher, just a bit. Yeah, I know, it's the bracket that was rubbing.
Like I said, you're still right at 40. I'd probably call that good for now.
Yeah.
You want to dump down a bit, or is the idle just... what is the tap thing, Casey?
50. Yeah, a couple hundred. Probably good right there. Also, too, I'll play around with the idle surface too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know if those have been played around with.
What are you getting at right now, dude?
Well, that's another thing too, eh? So, okay, we'll call that good for now.
This is where an air monitor comes in handy.
Yeah, I know.
I'd almost take one out of my 55 just to put back here to see what's going on.
I often thought about running bungs into it and then seeing.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
That's why you know what the hell's going on rather than guessing.
Yeah. And if you guys notice, the exhaust is pretty quiet.
It's not bad. I hope they hear us.
It is pretty quiet.
Are you going to shut it off?
Yeah, I'll shut it off. All right, we'll be back. Thumbs up, kid. Okay, guys, back working on the car. Before I end this video, Like I say, you probably won't see this thing that often. Like I said, we'll go for a boot probably in the next video or one of the videos coming up. But there's a few things I've got to dial in and whatnot and figure out. So probably be it for a little while for this. But here's my rear coils, my rear shocks and all that. Even ponied up and got good ones. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be working on that maybe this weekend. Well, actually, we're going out of town again. So maybe the weekend after, we'll drag old White Lightning up. We'll bring that and put it here and whatnot and get working on it. So like I said, I've got to order a whole bunch of stuff, more stuff for it, but at least I got enough to get going on it. So, and like I said, I want to work on my 35. I got good rear fenders for that, and I might order a tail pen and some body panels for that too. I might end up ordering. So I'd like to work on that, and I need some TLC before I put it on the road this spring. So like I said, I'd rather work on that stuff for a little bit, but you will see this blue turd. That I promise. It will be back. Like I said, probably in the next video or two we'll go for a boot or whatever, but I just got to dial some crap in first. So, but I think I'm going to leave the video at this. At least it's got exhaust. It's quietish, so it's not bad. So I'm going to dial in the carburetor a little bit better and whatnot. But like I said, that's just all tedious garbage. So, but anyway, guys, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, good or bad. Hey, subscribe, people. Subscribe. It ain't going to hurt you. So anyway, we'll definitely catch you on the next one with the old 61 Pontiac. Adios, guys.